When you're writing the movie function, it's very similar. You can use the paycheck as your guide because it's very similar. There's a couple differences. Instead of one final double, there's two, and there's a lot of variables. In this video, I'm just going to talk about making the calculation because getting the information, you want to get the information about how many adults and how many children are going. Something to be aware of is those are both going to be integers. So for example, you can still use input to get the information with the show input dialog. And you can ask for, how many adults and how many children. So you do it the same way, but this time when you use that try catch, when you're reading in the number of adults, for example, here, I would use integer dot parse int instead of the double that we used last time. And you can do that and then do a catch just like you did with the other one. That's an exception E. And do whatever you want in there, give them some kind of message. But go back and look at that other program or the other function that we wrote for how to do that stuff. I just wanted to remind you it's integer.parseInt. The other thing I wanted to talk about is what needs to be calculated. So notice that there's variables for total adult, total child, and the total due. That's because I would like for you to have all three of those represented on your receipt. So for example, the total adult would just be the number of adults that go to the movie times whatever it costs for one adult to go to the movie. That's how you would normally figure that out. So I would take the number of adults, whatever that is, and they're going to be entering that times the cost per adult. So I think I called that cost adult. And that's final, and that's why it's all in caps. And I would do the total for children the same way. And that I called total child. Figure that out the same way, only taking the number of children times the cost per child. And then I would also figure out the total due. And you can figure that out by adding together the total adult plus the total child. And there's no tax or anything on this, so you'll just have those three variables before you print the results. So this was, I think, number of children, so it's called numchild times cost child. Those are the three calculations that I would make if I were writing this program, and then you can print your results by using the same methods that we use to print the results in the paycheck. So good luck. Remember to keep checking and testing it and running it every time you type in a line. And then don't forget, if you want to see it working, you're going to have to call on it down here by calling on whatever the name of the function is, and it's called movie, I guess. See, it's called movie. So you could even take and copy paste that. But what you want to do is you could even comment out paycheck now that you've tested it. Oops. And then you can just call on movie by typing in movie with parentheses. All right, good luck with that. I hope it works out great. Tested under a variety of situations.